Yo, what's up and welcome back. My name is Franco and today we're going to be talking about some new advanced focus and energy flavors. I've already done a video on all of the flavors that were out when I made that video, but since then they've added a bunch of new flavors. So this is going to be an update to that video because I wanted to cover the new ones as well. Advanced has agreed to do a giveaway for this video, so huge thanks to them. Stick around if you want to learn how to enter that. Currently, if you ask me my favorite brand or the brand that I'm going to recommend first, it's going to be Advanced. And I know that that might not make sense for some of you, but with respect, that's because you just haven't been paying attention. Flavor is very important to me, but for me personally, it takes second place to ingredients. The standout things for Advanced in my eyes are their lack of maltodextrin and their ingredients, which I believe to be the best out of any brand that I've tried. My complaints about them, however, are going to be that their powder doesn't smell very good, and that's thanks to the lutein, which is an ingredient for eye health, and it's in their focus formula. Also, their high price, which is due to the expensive ingredients that they use. They do, however, offer a second product called Energy, which is a cheaper powder with more simple ingredients geared to more simple energy. I'm gonna rank their new flavors against their other counterparts. I'm not gonna rank focus flavors against energy flavors. All of the flavors will be organized with chapters in the timeline, but if you'd like to know one of the best ways to support the channel, aside from subscribing and liking and all that stuff, and you should definitely do that stuff, then know that watching the video from start to finish is probably the #1 way that you can support a channel. Advanced Focus is $45 a tub and comes with 40 servings. Advanced Energy, the powder with simpler ingredients, is $35 a tub and it comes with 40 servings as well. If you want to know more about both formulas, I did a video all about Advanced. I dive into the ingredients and value, and putting it all here again would feel a little redundant, so check that video out. In that video, you're also going to get my rankings for all of the previous flavors. I'm not sponsored by Advanced, but I do have a code that you can use for some money off your purchase. They provided all of these drinks to me for free to review, but they have no control over what I do or don't say. Also, I know that might seem confusing that I say I'm not sponsored, but I also have a code, and that's because I just kind of fall into a weird, unique position. I have a code with Advanced, I have a code with Juju, I have a code with Rogue, I have a code with a bunch of different brands, and it's just because I make a lot of energy drink content, and so a lot of these companies have offered that to me because they see an opportunity to reach my audience, and I don't know, it just works out that way. But I'm not officially sponsored by any of these brands. The last time I ranked the energy flavors, I put them in this order, so that's to give you a little bit of context for where I'm gonna place these new ones. The first new flavor of energy is unfortunately my least favorite of all their flavors, like all of them. Birthday cake is one that probably tastes better in milk, or at least I hope it does, because in water I found myself unable to finish it. The flavor is unbearably artificially sweet, and the flavor of birthday cake tastes very strange when mixed with a thin liquid like water. This flavor is dying to be a milkshake, and if I had more time to do that, I would have experimented more with it. But for the time being, this will sit very comfortably at last place for me. Cotton candy is up next, and I'm putting it above the Sherbert flavor, but below Dream Team Punch. This has a similar candy flavor to the Sherbert, but with less of the chalky flavor. Now, I have to clarify right away. It's not that I'm saying that the powder and the drink are actually chalky. The drink mixes well. I mean, literally, the Sherbert tastes like those chalky Valentine's Day heart candies, and this new cotton candy flavor does not. It still has a sweet, strong candy flavor, but more well-rounded, with nothing that stands out as negative in my opinion. It's a solid sweet flavor if you're looking for candy-type flavors. The last new energy flavor is seriously good, but it's gonna come into the energy lineup at second place. Sorry, but Dream Team Punch is just too hard to beat. Strawberry Shortcake is such an amazing combination of sweet tart strawberry flavor with the mellow sweetness of pastry or custard. It tastes like a dessert without suffering from the artificial taste when mixed with water like the birthday cake. It's a full-bodied flavor that sticks with you even after you sip, and I really do enjoy it. With as strong and bold as the flavor is, it doesn't go too far into the land of being overly sweet. I really enjoyed it, and I think that most others would do too. That didn't even make sense. Most others would as well, too. Those are all the new energy flavors, so now we're gonna move on to the new focus flavors. The last time I ranked the focus flavors, I put them in this order, so again, some context for what I'm about to rank with the new flavors. The first new flavor of Focus is Sweet Slammin Grape. There is nothing wrong with this flavor, but I'm not the biggest fan of grape. I will say though that it is probably one of the best grapes that I've tried of any brand, but I'm gonna put this flavor ahead of Mtashed Mango Splash and behind the G1 Gummy Bear. This flavor is bold and sweet and it's easy to drink, but like I said, the ranking is mostly just because grape isn't a go-to flavor for me, and that's purely subjective and just part of my personal taste. Next up is Triple Berry Wreck, and it finds itself above G1 Gummy but below Electric Frost. This was a sweet berry flavor, but darker than other mixed berry flavors, if that makes any sense at all. It's not as tart and has a more mellow fruit flavor that reminds me of blueberries or raspberries, or it's like blueberries and raspberries that have been in your fridge long enough to not be tart anymore, but not long enough to go bad. That's like the weirdest description, but that's the best that I can do. Does that make any sense at all? If you know what I'm talking about, then you probably have a good idea of what this flavor is like. The only downside is something that a lot of the Focus flavors suffer from, and that's the lutein flavor, which makes it a bit herbal, almost like a vitamin taste. This isn't a deal breaker, it's just noticeable. Aspen Blue Raspberry is next on the list, and this is gonna come ahead of the last flavor, Triple Berry Wreck, but below Electric Frost. This is a really nice everyday flavor. In fact, during a month-long training event, this was the flavor I brought with me, and I literally drank it almost every day. Also, side note, I have a ton of energy drinks and I could have brought any brand with me. And one of the main reasons why I decided to bring Advanced is because they have really small containers. It just, when I had to pack a bunch of stuff, I didn't want to bring a huge tub. Advanced being smaller because they don't have as many filler ingredients, they don't have maltodextrin, it's a lot more focused in their powder. It fit in my bag much easier. So I was able to bring like 2 or 3 tubs, whereas if I brought another brand, it would have just been maybe 1 because I didn't want to overload my backpack. Obviously that has nothing to do with the flavor. It's just something cool that I thought I would mention because a lot of people ask why their tubs are so small. I actually really like that. Anyway, it's not sweet or tart, which makes it really easy to drink every day. It's a blue raspberry flavor, but I think it shares something with the last flavor, and that's that blueberry is very prominent. I think it's a bit brighter and sweeter though, and less of a herbal taste. I really like it. Before we get to my favorite new flavor, I just want to say that Advanced has done an amazing job at filling out their lineup of flavors with these additions. Most of the flavors took high spots in my rankings, meaning that they're pushing themselves to improve, and I love to see it, and I can't wait to see what they do next. If you want to try them out, make sure to hit up the link in the description and use my code to save some money and support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and all of the other YouTube stuff, and thanks again to Advanced for sending these out, and thank you to whoever you are watching my content. If you want to enter the giveaway, well then go ahead and follow the link in the description below. Make sure to follow all the directions, and I'm going to pick a winner 24 hours after this video goes live. I'll probably do it on stream as well, so if you're not following me on Twitch, well then head over to my Twitch. I stream 3 days a week and it's a lot of fun, and we do stuff like this, and I'll probably announce the winner there. So, I don't need to do it. Anyway, the last Focus flavor to mention, and my new favorite flavor of Focus, is GGB Strawberry Lemonade. I might even go as far as saying that this may be my new favorite flavor Advanced, period. At the very least, it ties with the flavor that held that spot, which is Dream Team Punch. If I had to make an all-time 5 favorite flavors of any brand that I've tried, this flavor would easily hold a firm spot in that group. When I got this flavor from Advanced, I actually tried and opened this on stream for the first time. So again, if you're not following on Twitch, we've been doing some unboxings and flavor tests and cool stuff. So just check it out. Anyway, this is a strong, sweet strawberry lemonade flavor, and it's not as tart as other lemonade flavors, and while my first reaction is to say that the lack of tartness bumps it down on my list of favorite lemonade flavors, well, what I found is that after trying the flavor more and more, is the smooth sweetness makes it a perfect everyday flavor. It's not too overbearing. One thing to mention about this flavor is, and Advanced, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the first flavor to not have the ingredient lutein. Now, I mentioned lutein earlier. Lutein is an ingredient that helps with your eye health, and I am sad to see it go, but this ingredient is also responsible for the herbal flavor and smell that is present in every other Focus flavor. The lack of this ingredient might be partially responsible for this flavor tasting so damn good. I think the lemonade is present and the strawberry doesn't overshadow it, but it does complement it perfectly. I can't say enough positive things about the flavor. It's amazing and you need to try it if you like lemonade. All right, that's it for me. Hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Sit! 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 This is Alpha Gamer.